You've really got no hiding place, and we were looking at this, and the top 15 in the world are here. 1 to 15.
Wow.
No hiding place. Only Sally Conway was injured and couldn't continue.
And not here.
Yeah. She was on the sheet, though. Find that...
really?
Yeah.
But she isn't fighting.
Must have pulled out through injury. I'm sure someone's going to come and tell me what it is, but that's the only thing that I can think, because there she is on the draw sheet. So originally in our draw, but then later removed, so she probably wasn't fit enough to fight, and that's why Perez went through without having to...
a bug or something.
Yeah, it could be. I think she was injured, and they thought perhaps that she would recover in time, yeah. Could have flared up in the warm-up or something.
Yeah,
and then they had to pull up.
That's true.
Cortes Aldama leading the contest. Well, if the Japanese men had a nightmare in London, that's behind them. But the Japanese women, this is an absolute nightmare. I've never been to a World Championships where there hasn't been a Japanese woman on the top of the podium. I'm not talking about making the podium, on the top of the podium. I think this is going to happen here. Sato's the only hope in the under 78 kilo, and then you've got the heavyweight on Saturday. Who would have? There was no money that I'd have put on that. Tachimoto Megumi is their hope on Saturday, and it could be that she'll, dig something out there. Actually, it's the Olympic champion Idalis Ortiz who will probably cause her most of the problems, and then eventually, I suppose, if she gets that far, Maria Suellen Altherman.
Well, 2 minutes gone in this fight. The Cuban's still ahead by the positive score of Yuko.
I like that, Dave. That is nice. And I've got an idea. I've got an idea about the positive scores. I'm going to pitch that to you in a moment, because a number of contests are won where there is no positive score.
Correct.
And that's because one person committed 3 errors or 2 errors or 1 error. It could be that there were 3 on one side and 2 on the other, and all kinds of numbers. But for me, you don't have to end the contest. Yeah,
so you say it's now golden score.
We're going to keep that, and we will use that as the tiebreaker. So you go into golden score, and if another penalty comes up, then you've got no choice.
But to give it.
And that's, when you get to 4, that's out.
Right.
But what we won't do is end it on 3, 2, or 1.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. So you will cut out.
Yeah, because, see, the thing about this is that the penalty, as it was prescribed in the new rules, has no technical value. But it does, because it wins the fight.
So we need to remove that.
It does have a technical value. And you're saying remove that technical value until a certain stage
until a certain stage.
Yes.
Exactly. So there will be some that will end with the accumulated Hansokumake.
Yeah.
But where there is a score, that will end it.
Yeah.
And where the scores are level, we've had positive activity, so the penalties can then come into it, because we're not ending it on penalties, we're ending it on the positive score. This person will win by Yuko.
Yeah.
They had 1 Yuko.
Yeah. But you could argue that the penalty has a value, a technical value, because it's providing the solution for the win.
Only in the case of positive.
Positive, yeah.
The first thing that has to happen is we have to have some positive...
There has to be a positive result.
Exactly. And then the other thing that's likely to happen is that when the fighters realize that this kind of game playing actually isn't going to get, especially if there's only 1.
Yes.
You're so far away. Yes. You must get a score. Maybe we'll push them, encourage them a little bit more. That's for you to think about at home. It's a nice little thing to chat over a couple of beers or a lemonade if you don't partake.
Well, it's similar to the one around the argument around the leg grab being Hansa Kamake. And people saying it's too hard, making Shido. But then, of course, what happens is that if someone's attacking you, you defend.
Absolutely.
And you stop the throw. And you'd rather take a Shido than it be thrown.
Yeah.
So, you know, for everything you do, there's a counter, you know, to it. So, as in judo, as in life.
Little over a minute left to go. Vargas Koch looking good, continuing to attack, standing up nice and tall, and Cortes Aldama
has gone down.
Not reading this well. There's plenty of time left, a whole minute really, and Vargas Koch is going to keep going. Clever, up on your feet, don't break the momentum. Cortes Aldama doesn't want to be up on her feet at the moment, wants to try and take a break. Lots of pressure coming here from the German. Needs to score big though. There's that big Uchimata. Uchigari hopping back. There it is!
Rosari. She's now leading.
The very thing that we were talking about here, she's got 2 Yukos on the board and she starts giving up the unforced errors. Why would you do that? You've done it. You've done all the hard work, you know. Just not the right tactic there. Paid the price. You told your opponent that you've shut up shop. It just makes them open up even more, and then she ends up burying her.
So the Cuban coach, Ronaldo, has just left. He's out of here.
He's not even sticking around. No, it's awkward because the contest on the adjoining mat, the gong was going there, and there was a moment when Laura Vargas Koch thought that she'd heard the gong. There was another 3 seconds left to go. Didn't really, luckily didn't, give it up, because that could have been awkward. But she wasn't getting out there anyway. And there was Rosario on the board anyway.
I mean, how long ago was she 2 Yukos up? Less than 30 seconds to go. And a lovely throw.
It really happened. I think you remember when we were talking about that minute. There's a minute to go. She burned the last of the burnable things and said, why? Why would you do that? In a minute and 5 seconds to go, she burned